oppressed rising up against the oppressor. That's all. That's what my music's about. The oppressed rising up against the oppressor. So if only people that's scared are the oppressors. The only people who can have any harm coming to them are those who oppress. Simple as that.
3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. It's time for a change, gotta bounce up. The oppressor's about to get tossed up. I'ma lay him out, execution style's too late for an apologetic claim. You wrapped in a cloak of blame, by God, it's overdue. Your time is to the end. Locked out silent without sin. He put me on the planet for justice to win. The oppressor's about to get rolled down with suppressors attached in the war zone. Revolution can start in the Arizona. I'm a messenger prophet like Farrakhan, backed by the honorable who sits at the pinnacle, who judges the hypocritical, cynical, and the plentiful sinful. My thinking is critical. I'm just ventilating of the actions of the protective service. Quick to pull the Glock, blast and kill. This don't take any type of skill. I'm ill of all citizens who haven't took a stand. O'Neill's too late when the caps get pills. Don't believe in GC type. Ruin hits close to home. You gotta act the bone, but it got the dome when it's on the zone. All red in my vision through sight. It's killer be killed whenever I fight. From above I've been given the right. So you better be ready to ride tonight. All the way to the dawn daylight. We gon' run them out, so gon' pass the kite. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender. 3-pound pressure, no weight lesser. Drop the oppressor, meet no surrender.
This world is such a, and when I say this world, I mean it. I don't mean in the ideal sense. I mean in every day, every little thing you do. It's such a, gimme, gimme, gimme. Everybody back off. You know, everybody's like, if you taught that from school, everywhere, big business, you want to be successful, you want to be like Trump, gimme, 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 push, 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 step, 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 crush, crush, crush. That's how it all is, and it's like, nobody ever stopped.
Watch time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art for make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face marks once we make knowledge one is when time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates the spark, ways the heart as I sun ray my art for make the patriarch. Most social media saviors I face marks once we make knowledge one is when the run and bass rock. I rose up, took a shower, purified my auric field, took copper for a walk to ensure my chlorophyll is pumped. Done some curls for sure, afford to build solid foundation. My crown chakra, core and heel, pound the pavement. Sacred ground, freedom I stand for. Free all political prisoners of war, man or woman and child. Rid the land of all foreign and alien entities. I decree this morning, send them back to whence they came. Is the peace laugh or war cry, whatever the relevant name of each path, ship or highest form, spiritualities, how you teach math, a humble beast is still a beast. Now feel the beast wrath, rain fire on them, and the internet forms, sigils, emojis, and the avatars that for them destroys this de facto government, and
drink water. You drinking water, man. No wonder you pissing so much. Good Lord. We're gonna talk about this water a little bit too. Okay?
Social media, saviors I fake, marks once we make knowledge more is when time is space. Make you art, whether it's day or dark, create this spark. Raise the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patient art. Most social media, saviors I face, marks once we make knowledge more is when rhyme and bass drop. The legs shows, know yourself, quit playing, hit the gas. This shaft is called my turn, take the risk, it's fast. Most of them got vaccinated. With chips in their ass, plus rapper sacrificing each other for percent of their ass. Sad can't watch videos without the subliminals. Predictive programming weirdo. Shrunk menstrual shows. The land's contaminated. Fruits and vegetables. Black minerals, the water and skies are fried. Liquid chemicals, technology. Got me here in front of my desktop perusing these beasts and whatnot. For my best option, contemplating. Which bar will they spot to unlock the minds that are stuck within a Xbox off the chart? I continue to climb, watching the rest flop like carp fishing, 100% fresh shark water. I'm on the front line, X-Martian spot. I shine because of her, for she's the best part. A great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, creates this spark. Raise the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media, saviors I face. Once we make knowledge more is when time and space rock the great matriarch, whether it's day or dark, create this spark. Raise the heart as I sun ray my art, her make the patriarch. Most social media, saviors I face. Marks once we make knowledge more is when the rhyme and bass drops.
Let me get something with some feel, some funk to it. Come on. I like that. Can we get some heavy drums in there? More like Caribbean in there. Yeah. Yes, yeah. Bounce to this. I'm just a black man title, yo, you give me that. I like them imports, never push the Cadillac. And what you figure, Mr. Man, while you kicking back with sick plans to get you stacked, making chickens fat. You know you into that, chilling with your timber cat. Intoxicated to the point, fast, simple acts. Be very nimble, jackal, chill, get a water back. And have your heart broke just like a heart attack. Look where your power at, no, not the mighty cats. It's deeper than the taps and hurricanes and old maps. The spirit flows, so my folks throw daps. Meant for the wise as well as the spoil rats. So you can fold up or either you can fold back. I hold no judgment over those that have chose crack. Terror over habit that has been proven to hold back. With God on your side, you can get your soul back. Yeah, we need some 3 parts on this mess up. I can't carry these boys that chorus. Come on, line up. Yo, yo, we need y'all 3-part harmony on this. I don't know how you can work it out, but work it out. Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. What is it proud of the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Into the room, you feel a certain doom. You might lose your hearing from the sonic boom. Out of the mouth is a sword, and I'm picking you up.
Herbo, Snoo, what's up, love? Ocelot, Delusions. What's going on, beloveds? Yeah, we're gonna get it. We're gonna get rolling. I'm gonna address something. Hopefully, it'll be beneficial. You know what I mean? We'll see.
I hate beer, but I used to drink the brew. Heavily into the little habit.
Address a few things. You know, a lot of people have a lot of information about natural law. I'll address it.
What I said, I'm hot like the times of the rock, but you gotta stop for one more you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. Where does it proud of the man to gain the world and lose his soul? Hope you can see by the end of the night how deep this music is. Stop rocking, yo. gain the world and lose slow.
Mike's handed, I'm speaking candid. Understand this is the way that the masses demanded. I have wisdom, but God planned it. General media landed. I blow flows on beaches and make you wonder where the sand went. The Taliban spent more time.
I had to see something. A friend of mine told me that who used to work at YouTube, used to work for YouTube and Facebook. He said, when you go live, you can tell if they're watching you. When you go on your platform, on your page, you should be the first thing. If you don't see you when you tap on videos and live, if you're not there, that means that's because they're watching you. They're flagging your account. Doesn't mean that they're blocking, but kind of what he said, kind of like a hiding, but not hiding. So a lot of you who follow, if you remember the thing they're talking about with Facebook, that you know they just had a reset, right? For enemies to be able to look and see your face, hear how you sound, to record it. Even people in this land who are enemies to you, well, we're not enemies to nobody, but in the ignorance of it all. Created by the fake Jews, the Zionists. I'm gonna say that forever because it's the truth. You know what I mean?
Yes.
I have over thousands of documents and people in my family who are part of them and know it.
Wake up. Partner.
Wake up, son.
It is written that it's nothing new under the
Okay, let me go ahead. So he was telling me this. He worked there like about 7 years ago. He said this was incorporated. It was new. He said, so I went to my page and I went to live, and for sure I'm not the first. I have one from Cure Meal 12 hours ago. I should be able to see me right now. All right, on my page. I'm serious. What's popping up is AP, Channel Sun, and all that. This, I've got a premium account. This is what shows how they screw up all the time. Now, why am I addressing this? Because this is, as bad as it may sound, this is serious. I'm grateful for all the new subscribers, the fact that y'all going to come and look and know that I'll be on at least, if not once, twice a day. Okay? And I appreciate that. The most disturbing thing is the fact that there are people younger than you, I, and older who partake in this as this frivolous mental cartwheel, as if it means something. Now, I'm saying this because there are some people out there pushing this stuff about universal law. Bishop, there's quite a few people out there talking about, you know, when they take your footprints, the Vatican, because they're still part of the old system. They know the truth. These fake people who are in a certain, I've already expressed Gujars, Black Pope, there's a lot of folks you know, there's some you know nothing about, and things. And they take that and your blood work, right, which should never have happened on Earth. There was never no need for blood work until you saw the Crimean War and then World War I. There was never no need for anybody to extract blood or anything. It was never. We could heal, regenerate, do amazing things, excuse me. And that was to find your so-called DNA structure. And that was so they can reverse engineer it. Find a way to defeat you, your offspring, to create more harm, to create more deadly weapons, more poisons and things you see out here, okay? So when people say that, that's based upon a reality, a truth. And it's the very enemy right now. And they would never move unless they are satisfied with the position they're at. And the problem, and the other problem is that how many people are indoctrinated? You got to remember, universal law has nothing to do with all this. This is a perversion. They're using the statement universal law as a way to annotate this as if it's being part of it. Not universal law has nothing over law, or over natural law, which is order. So universe, even the mention of that has you looking outside, not looking inside yourself. So what are we dealing with? We're dealing with a word, a vibration, a frequency game all the way around. Because can all that be beat? Of course it can. But how can it if you don't have love? Somebody was saying to me, because I've even pushed this with you, get armed up. Only reason why I say get armed up and get some bullets, get some water and stuff, because many of you are never going to tap into your truth. You're going to have to fight. You're going to die, but you're going to have to fight. And you're going to have to take a lot of them with you in ignorance. But the thing is, you will always have that little extra something with you. The fact that love was important. And don't be like these ignorant niggas who are arguing all the time, disputing and this, that, and other. That's why when people act a certain way with me and talk out of pocket, nah, man, you ain't in front of me, because otherwise I'll take you in the backyard, all that talk. See, I'm not one to do all that rah, rah, rah. This is where it's been moving and people know me shit. No, I take you in the backyard. All that never meant nothing. And I mollywop you when it's done. Universal law. You thought one way, and I showed you another way, and that's the bottom line on that. It don't matter. You know, I watched this one dark-skinned dude on Street Beef talking this smack to this light-skinned cat, and the light-skinned cat knocked him into a coma. You know, he's all prison buffed and everything. Light-skinned cat's like, yeah, whatever, looking like a Mormon, and slept the dude. People keep running on this fake narrative and thinking they're coexisting with some natural law, and everything they do is unnatural. I'm not saying be violent because I don't believe in that. Literally, I don't. But I see that there's still a bunch of ignoramuses. Now, me, I'd rather just love them to death, but there's no death in love. There's no such thing. But universal law right now is being explained on so many different hemispheres. If y'all go on Google or YouTube, whatever, or Tiki-Taki, universal law, you're going to pull up a plethora of shit. Great information, but everybody's talking as if they have it on lock. I'm not saying I have it on lock. I am only giving you an explanative. The fact that love, one kind, is an explanation of it all, but none of you will ever achieve it. Because if you really did, you would move different. Yeah, excuse me, I got castor oil on my beard, so it's doing all kind of weird. I just put it on there this morning. I put it on 2 days ago, so every few days I put it on, and my beard is doing crazy stuff. So right now it's like oily and castor oil. You know, the stuff that when we were constipated as kids, Mom would give us a tablespoon, and you can't do it all the time because it had you really messed up. And they're trying to say it was indigenous to Egypt. No shit. And they're trying to say the castor plant, which I knew about growing up, grew here wild, was talking about only over in Africa. And this is what these fake ass Jews do, man. And here I am with different knowledge. You know what I'm saying? So I love the fact that they're going to change the narrative. And I'm going to hold on to universal law. Like when I tell y'all I love y'all, it ain't nothing. It is not a miscomprehension. I love y'all because I do. Let's say if I was being the bad guy again, right? The bad whatever, right? I love y'all that much that I would hate you because of who you are. But you have something else out there that thinks it knows you and that convinced itself it's created you and who manipulated you. The only thing they're manipulating is the reversal. Undoing who you are, undoing your knowledge, removing all that. It doesn't matter if you come from somewhere else. Wherever you're at, you still are who you are. It's a leaf in my mouth. Excuse me, I felt lettuce. Anyway, it's all the same. They're going to have all these people explaining it. Terrence Howard right now, after 3 years, he's doing his best to keep his head up because he's been explaining things and the phonetics of which he understands. But you're going to run across all these individuals who are going to break things down, and it's not saying they're wrong, okay? It's not saying that they're right. It's saying they're culpable with information, okay? Because do they use your footprints and your DNA to read the future of what you may be or who you come? They probably already have a good idea of who you are and what is capable and possible with you. Otherwise, they wouldn't be so busy attempting to poison you. You know, a lot of us purchased this water, right? Crystal Geyser, okay? All right, let me show you this. Let me just give you a little example of what I'm talking about. And most people will never just water. They drink it. We shouldn't really even be drinking that. Anyway, so Crystal Geyser water company, right? 1990, 80 something, right to 90. All of a sudden, this one company buys in. Who is the name of the company that buys in the Crystal Geyser Water Company? Crystal Geyser was acquired by the Japanese pharmaceutical conglomerate. Atsuko Holdings Company, Ltd. in 1991. The parent company is dedicated to creating new products for better health worldwide. Are they? You remember, I was in the VA one time and they gave me a pill. I was asking for multivitamins and they gave me a Abilify. My body, I had an allergic reaction to it because first of all, it was toxic and poison, especially to me. Didn't mean it was going to kill me. My body reacts to things that it knows it has no need for. It reacts better than the majority of y'all's. And the nurse, I think that she was just told to by some mentally retarded doctor, because a lot of those doctors are sociopaths and they're not qualified to be doing what they're doing, but they're there and there are the ones who are. And I about to jump over the counter. You know, mind you, I was in my 30s. I'm about to jump over the counter. I was like, what the hell is it you gave me? And boy, she was scared because see, when you get behind closed doors, this is an establishment what they have. So, regardless of all that, okay, I'm supposed to get iron and multivitamins, you know, working out, you know. I wanted to, at that time, I felt I might have a drinking problem. I was like, you know, because I didn't want to deal with any issues, you know, the wife cheating, all the stuff that I was dealing with, the murders, the things I've seen. I was like, you know what, drinking seemed like it was a way to numb it down, and I didn't want to accept, for many, many years, I didn't want to accept what was possible, okay? These people think they can read you. They feed you toxins and poisons. We're going to get back into crystallization in Osaka, all right? And we're going to get back into Otsuka Pharmaceutical Company. But they really believe that they can read who you are just because that's why all this exists. It didn't exist for this. It actually was for communication without wanting to fry your nuts and fry your brain. But because these bastards are what they are, and that's why I say hold on to the narrative of warlike. There are truths in that goddamn Bible, though I detest it. The answers are within you, but you won't arise to the love and the truth or compassion because you hold yourself contempt to where the fuck you at. I haven't seen one of you move. I ain't seen nobody make donations for more books. I still order books. I haven't seen nothing. I just see people contempt and holding their position in utter ignorance with a false desire and no self-appreciation because you have no real love. Universal law is steeped in the truth of love, not a conscript of different narratives and functions that create a functionality of how you should perceive things. If you was to step into the truth of love, I wouldn't give a fuck if some of you just said, I'm throwing away all my guns, my knives, then you would exist. And I mean, not just think it and not just live it, but exist and be it, you would become more powerful than anything. But most of you have too many fears, so therefore you would be a hypocrite. Just like you stand, most of y'all right now move in fear. You do. And some people will say, well, the way you was talking, that would be in fear. I don't believe in being violent. I don't ever want to hit a strike on anybody. But I know there are things out here that act like walls that will stop me getting to a certain place, and I will destroy that fucking wall. So I will annihilate that wall until I realize maybe all I had to do was love so much that I would actually show up on love's front doorstep without having to move in what would seem to me to be an impenetrable brick wall when I was the impenetrable subject that can move. You dig what I'm saying? I'm not here to make anybody agree and everything. Just keep your little feelings and thoughts to yourselves. Just listen. I want and need for you just to listen for once in your life and stop acting like you know every goddamn thing and just hear what is being said. Because that's the problem. So that's why y'all don't know what love is. Y'all hold yourselves and then you think you know and you don't know shit. Universal law, there is no such fucking thing as it. There's God damn it. How do I say it without saying it in another language? You're either competent. That's another word that in Greek that I was going to say, but you're either competent, you're fluid, and even in being fluid, even the rapid has to run its course to whether it goes to a place that is a pond, a natural resource where another waterfall might be coming in, or run it until it becomes part of a waterfall to which it goes to another expression. Most people, you think you're just a standing body of water, impenetrable, unmovable. Universal law, first of all, what is the universe? It is you. What is law? The fact that you exist, there's a natural order to it, no matter what has been done. So universal law is nothing but another fucking word. Another. Okay? And what they want to do is label something so that way they can destroy it, change it, manipulate it for their perversions. So yes, they really do be looking at all kind of stuff, and when they got your blood work and your hand and your fingerprints, all that shit reads like a book. But it's not meant to be read. Only people that will want to read that stuff is the people who want to undo who you are. And while they got you with no love and compassion, no empathy and sympathy, none of that shit. They can manipulate and do as you will because look, you swear by the fucking dollar. You saw me holding up them 50s yesterday. I ain't holding no hundreds. And I can see y'all already going, oh, that nigga loaded. because you don't have no love. You have no compassion. You're a resistor. No, you're not even a capacitor to free energy. You know, a capacitor holds energy. All right. Resistor transfers, right? To get it to the capacitor, and then it's dispersed through other resistors, right? Right? So that way it can be deployed appropriately. Well, the earth is like the capacitor, always releasing energy charge. You are like a transmitter, a transistor on it. The problem is we have no true connection to each other to be able to correlate so we can keep the pulse of natural energy going. So that way we have love and compassion. Right now, we all have these breaker marks. Squigglies for energy are breaker marks. You know what I'm talking about? For those who know blueprints and stuff, on and off, you know. Maybe I'm saying it in a way that might not be understanding by most. Universal, you are universal law. The tree is universal law. The pebble, the grain of sand, the air, the fire, everything's existence has its in its place. It's not an entitlement. They use your ignorance against you. They use your fear and your weakness. If that wasn't the case, then why are they waiting till people get 60 or 70 and create something if they knew what the fuck they were going to do doing all that hoobly jubilee? This is how simple it is to understand when people are explaining something to you. People are telling you they get your handprints so that way they can read and they know exactly what you're going to do. Well, if that's the case, they wouldn't be out here killing people because they're talking about the truth. That means they would already know what the fuck they're going to do. It's all bullshit. They mess with things they're not supposed to. But you're holding yourself culpable to that shit they do because you're listening to things that not supposed to be listening to. Oh, hey, T. Regulars, what's going on? Is experience of soulmate love? No. Love is beyond that. First of all, we're all soulmates. We all come from the source. The problem is no one can remember. We're all the source. We are one extensional family. And only an enemy would cause people not to remember that. Why is it so complicated to see the simplest of things? It is so simple. We keep giving energy to perplexing things because they're working in occultisms and everything else. Even the word occultism is bullshit. I'm attempting to reach y'all on a higher plane of existence. This physical body, it's wonderful. You can actually manufacture and change it if you chose. I tire of it. Because you don't listen. Why do I need to be here? When I know I'm on a higher plane myself. No, I actually know it. I can't say no more than that. They are fucking up. Like I said, I know how they end. All of it. Them, all of them. There ain't shit they can do to stop it. Yet you can control your narrative. Y'all want to believe in shit. I'm telling you to stop fucking believing. Start knowing stuff, man. There's a lot of people walking around here with the Jesus calm, the God, I'm a God, you know, and this, that. I already said for ye gods, right? But y'all are all capable of so fucking much more. You just don't get it. And I ain't talking about getting around in a circle. I mean, like when you get into the real that's a heart chakra, right? First of all, chakra is a perversion of a word. It's bigger than what I utilize it because it simplifies things. When you get into cupping, right? It's all medians and blood flows. You know what I mean? All these are medians and blood flows between your toe. The problem is we don't do these things and you don't have the medicine hand, medicinal points to be able to come who knows all those things to touch you. And with the right person, boom, glasses, chimes, the organ, whatever, to help you heal and regenerate. Your body right now is fighting at its hardest because they're destroying, and the purpose is worse than you can imagine. Yes, there are things that just to test you for no fucking reason at all, other than a fake narrative of what happened in the past. Well, when you come to fuck with something and they reach out to destroy you, and then you lose and they want to keep on you because they took you from somewhere else and put you somewhere and gave you a fake history. That's on you to not know better. But for you to sit here, it's like when I watched some dumb peckerwoods walking down the street in a certain city firing tear gas. I was like, all those badass gangsters ain't shoot back at those punks because somebody knew that the Negroids, the authentic Ishmaelite people, Judeans, the true Atlanteans, wouldn't have been conditioned and programmed. But see, they won't do that on certain streets because they also don't keep a cap on certain individuals that if they walk down that street busting off tear gas, airsoft guns, right? They would have lit their asses up. See, it's a game out here and y'all don't get it because nobody has no real love. Y'all want to authenticate yourselves, not knowing that you're already authentic, but you're broken. I always say nobody's wrong or right, but then there are times when people should just fucking listen. Bind your tongue, bind your mind for a minute, allow yourself to imagine. Expression doesn't mean that it has to always come the fuck up out, because sometimes when it comes out your mouth or out your brain, it's coming out your ass. They say through your mind your ass will follow, but some of you, your ass leads and your head follows. That's just a shitty mess. Can't even see you for all of the stuff on your face. It's not you. No, excuse me, I do this anyway, but that castor off, it just feels so weird, man. It feels like anywho, yeah. Let me go back into Atsuka, the water company. Okay? So I can help you understand something. So they say Japanese pharmaceutical company. Okay, so I want to show you the individual, if I can pull him up, okay? Mind you. Okay. They're always all right, they're giving the Japanese guy, he's not the person that owns it. Yeah, this is a lie. That's the water company. Yeah. So there we go. Over here. Okay. All right. Oh, wow. I think they're getting a little scared now. They're like, he must be in here. Okay. So what is the Asuka pharmaceutical corporate? All right. So the drugs they make. All right. What drugs do Asuka make? Our products specialize include neuroscience, digital innovation, nephrology, oncology, and medical devices. Neuroscience, Abilify. The crap in 2000, right before the trade center, a year or two before the trade. This is about 4 years after I had forced retired from the Navy. Okay, so was it 6 years? Maybe 6 years. Anyway, so neuroscience, Abilify, aripiprazole, something crap like that. Anyway, and then you have digital innovation, Abilify, MySight. Some of you know about that. You should never use. Nephrology, that's Janarc or whatever, which is tolvaptan, T-O-V-A-P-T-O-N, tolvaptan. You can look that up. That's why I spelled it out, all right? Then you have, as far as oncology, you have IV Busuflex, which is nothing but Busufan, B-U-L-S-U-L-F-A-N. For those in the medical field, you know exactly what I'm talking about, okay? And you have plenty of other products. So you can look at Atsuka, O-T-S-U-K-A, all right, for yourselves and look it up. So what are they doing parenting with a water company that's taken from the mountains over here? Bottle of Crystal Geyser water, please. Guilty of illegally storing and transporting hazardous wastewater contaminated with arsenic. Let me show you how now this is from the United States Attorney's Office, whatever, obviously Central District of California. These fucking Jews, fake Jews everywhere. So in Los Angeles, the company that produces the Crystal Geyser Natural Alpine Spring Water, pleaded guilty this morning to federal charges of illegally storing and transporting hazardous. This is 2020, okay? January 9th, okay? My apologies. Anyway, transporting hazardous waste created from filtering arsenic out of spring water at its facility in Olancha, California. Now, the water that's in the arsenic that's in spring water is a natural occurring sulfite that is coming from the mountain itself. It's not that it's damning. We're not supposed to drink water in the first place, people. But we're talking about minerals, right? CG Roxanne LLC pleaded guilty to one count of unlawful storage of hazardous waste and one count of unlawful transportation of hazardous material in a plea agreement recently filed in the United States District Court. CG Roxanne agreed to pay a criminal fine of $5 million. Okay, hold on. I know some of you are going to go crazy. According to court, $5 million. We're getting to the facts. $5 million. This is the answer, the solution for all these fake ass rich motherfuckers. According to court documents, OG Roxanne obtained water by drawing groundwater from the eastern slope of the Sierra Nevada mountains that contain naturally occurring arsenic. Just to let you know that where I'm sitting at, north, south, okay, east, west. Just to let you know, I'm always orientated, okay? Naturally occurring is important. Naturally occurring arsenic. The company used sand filters to reduce the concentration of arsenic so the water would meet federal drinking water standards. To maintain the effectiveness of the sand filters, CG Roxanne back flushed the filters with a sodium hydroxide solution. They don't give up about nothing, which generated thousands of gallons of arsenic contaminated wastewater. For approximately 15 years, CG Roxanne discharged the arsenic-contaminated wastewater into a man-made pond known as the Arsenic Pond. We're talking about where dirt, rocks, living organisms. This is who these motherfuckers are. At its Olancha facility along Highway 395. In March of 2013, the Lahontan Regional Water Quality Control Board took a sample from the arsenic pond and in 2014 informed CG Roxanne that the sample had an arsenic concentration that was more than 8 times. That means it could be up to at least 20 to 30 times, people. The hazardous waste limit, creating a risk to the area's groundwater and wildlife. The Water Board referred the matter to the California Department of Toxic Substances Control, DTSC, which took its own samples that showed the arsenic pond had an arsenic concentration almost 5 times the federal hazardous waste limit. Subsequent sampling and testing by CJ Roxanne and his retained laboratory confirmed a similar arsenic concentration in the arsenic pond. DTSC, okay, and that was the Department of Toxic Substance Control, officials met with CG Roxanne representatives in April of 2015, presented a list of preliminary violations, and instructed the company to arrange for the removal of the arsenic pond. Around in May 2015, CG Roxanne hired 2 Los Angeles area entities to remove the hazardous waste and transport it, which was done without the proper manifest and without identifying the wastewater as a hazardous material. According to court documents, the arsenic-contaminated wastewater was ultimately transported to a Southern California facility that was not authorized to receive or treat hazardous waste. As a result, more than 23,000 gallons of the wastewater from the arsenic pond allegedly was discharged into a sewer without appropriate treatment, right back into the water that would be fucking refurnished to come out your. That's how you think you got PFAS and Abilify and Trazodones and all that shit and Paxils and all that crap coming in your damn drinking water and your water you wash your ass in. That's the only reason why I told you to take out cold showers, because every time you take a hot shower, that shit goes right in your body and you think you're normal. CG Roxanne pleaded, listen. CG Roxanne pleaded guilty to the 2 felony offenses before United States District Judge S. James Otero, who scheduled a sentencing hearing for February 24th. The 2 companies hired to transport and treat the wastewater, United Pumping Services, Inc., and United Storms Water, Inc., both located in the City of Industry. The City of Industry. Sounds familiar, huh? Were charged with along with CG Roxanne in this case in 2018. Both of those companies are scheduled to go on trial on April 21st. First, if convicted, each company would face a statutory maximum fine of $8 million. And an indictment contains allegations that a defendant has committed a crime. Every defendant is presumed innocent until and unless proven guilty beyond a reasonable doubt. Now, these people worked in fiat, so they are reprehensibly part of DC's problem, which they're supposed to manage based on the people, the consumers. But because they're corrupt, because all these fake ass politicians are corrupt, because they've been hijacked ever since before, but after they got Kennedy, it went crazy. That's why government is too big. So you have dumb motherfuckers like Manny Faye, all these, what's the name, the Haitian girl's House Speaker, and all these Eric Adams and all these idiots. It don't matter if they were police or whatever, because they've never been part of the solution. They have always been grotesquely part of the problem. How does it get that way? They're a minority. They're not even 1%. But because y'all choose not to understand your deeper part of your universal law, you allow outside forces to influence you. How do you mass hysteria? You're culpable in your own deception. You hold yourself to where you shouldn't. So people will be like, well, why? I filter my shit. Ask Rondo, he'll tell you. Even that don't mean nothing, because I went outside today and I saw what looked like brown clouds of rain coming down. So I know from the spraying they did the last 2 days, there's a whole different thing compared to the energy. If everybody was to shut off their goddamn power right now, they would lose control in a particular way. They wouldn't be able to influence. But because the majority of people here got to have the TVs and the lights on, me, I'll come in here and have everything off. These things will be turned off. I'll be sitting here in the dark. And I know, and I can hear the white noise, which is the electricity and all the garbage. And I can also feel the earth fighting to stay connected with me. See, y'all refuse to acquiesce a different proportion of who you are. Some of you will look at your way of coming up and go, well, you know, there's a lot of y'all, Naviport, there's a lot of y'all who drive trucks, there's a lot of people who work in factories and stuff like that. But you're working in a place that was created to further separate you from your existence, your true existence. Y'all were given a chance a little over a year ago to be able to go to a little piece of land. We didn't get that one fucking family to have an acre to build on. And it shows that you belong to them. You don't belong to yourself. Whenever y'all talk big, I hear fear. I hear cowardice. I hear yellow streaks, and I love you. Who would I be if I didn't tell you this? But you're still here. I'm about to have an open house. I'm gone. I can just leave everything as it is. Hell, I can leave the rifles, the gun, everything that I've built. Y'all don't get it. I'm a little different, but yet, regardless of that, they always say, by example, nobody needs to be led by shit. You need to listen to your internals, and you need to snap about your fucking coma. And I'm not going to ask you again. I made that clear. Because I'm tired of y'all's ignorance. You'll be the subject. You are their subject. Do you know what that subject means, right? You're like their little jesters and their little, they want to watch you joust, get in the ring, get in the arena and fight to the death type shit. That's what we're seeing right now. A minority. No, they work with something that's got numbers, because all women run around all stupid, shaking their ass somehow. I don't do it because I'm on a man. They do it because they're broken. Synthetic all in their head, poison all on their faces. Putting grills up on their teeth, and they never seen what happens when they take them grills off. Ooh, besides the fact that you might get some cracked teeth and lose a few. Porcelain. We've always worked in porcelain, but we knew how to regenerate our teeth. We knew how to grow 3 and 4 and 5 times. They said, oh, your baby teeth came in. Oh, you're going to get your adult teeth. You can get a whole bunch of fucking teeth, and they're just teeth. They have lied. And that's further annoying if you don't grow, because there are people who have reported they're growing a third set of teeth and stuff like that. As far as they're concerned, they haven't poisoned the people enough. They don't mess with green money and silver. They control the narrative, and y'all run around feeding it. I was showing that yesterday because I was playing with you. I wanted to see how many of y'all would react to that shit. Empty fucking greenback that ain't, and that's never been worth anything in the first place, except when they had our pictures on it because we're the heirs of the goddamn land. So they had to lie about history, change the narrative with all them people, and then after wars, adopt our people and let certain people see something out of fear, and they go, oh yeah, we're gonna get a whole bunch of them dumb niggas, right? We're gonna bring them right to you. Look at the thing going around when Jacob York, right? The homosexual in New York, right? The one who betrayed Malachi York. The real one who was a pedophile and the one who likes boys and girls, right? That's what you're dealing with all these goddamn religions. But Malachi York is an innocent man. This is well known. How innocent? Doesn't matter. But I can tell you the ones around him, because you got to remember who was behind Little Kim and Biggie. You know, P. Diddy. All of them was homosexuals in New York, man. They're a bunch of just bag of niggas in the music industry, man. Tell me, prove it to me otherwise. But as long as you're partaking in things you know nothing about, not realizing that y'all together make the entire of the universe, not out there. Right here, y'all right here, all together make the universe. You can't keep feeding energy into shit that don't matter. How many of y'all sun gazing in your bare feet on some grass? And all of a sudden you see these damn iguanas and things want to come up to you. Flies want to come around you, not because they want to drop eggs and butterflies eggs in your ass. Birds start singing and dogs start barking the moment you start chanting, and then all of a sudden they go quiet when you find your tune. How many of y'all had the opportunity because you motherfuckers refused to give yourself an experience of a lifetime because you're stuck in a bullshit experience of a lifetime? You still got Peckerwoods who are so stuck on some fake ass white supremacy. You got Spanish brothers who know they're our relatives, and then you got a bunch of dumb motherfuckers. When I said that most of those Arabs are our brothers, the Shemitic, God damn it, I ain't lying. We were in all four corners. What the fuck is wrong with you? Because you got an enemy trying to put you in one place. You got a bunch of dumb sellout, low frequency niggas talking about out of Africa bullshit. When all the continents were once connected, and they tell, what are you talking about? Gaia, blah, blah, blah. Motherfucker, you don't know the first thing you accept. You accept the new lies, but you have a hard time accepting what may be possibly and plausibly the truth. It's like when I was talking with our brother, right? And I was talking about Atlanta. You got a young nigga, kind of stupid, not listening, running his mouth and don't know shit. Ain't even learned how to live yet. Talking to somebody who has knowledge of things. Now I'm saying I've dove and went in the lakes as a diver, went in the caves and saw shit in the water that you can't explain that belonged to a goddamn city. I'm an ex-Navy man. And I got to see shit out on that ocean that is unexplainable. But then I accepted who I was a little over 5 years ago. And you got motherfuckers who don't know shit. They go parlay and hold court with what they don't have no idea about. Let me further go on. What gets me is when these ignorant ass niggas open their fucking mouth. That's what gets me. Them the niggas I'll be wanting to take in the backyard. On my dead homies. Okay. Let me pull this up. Okay. Let's see if it pulls up the right one. Is that him? They're hiding this motherfucker's picture. I got it saved on that phone. I got this motherfucker's picture saved on this phone, and they hiding this. Here the motherfucker is. Our leadership. Okay, let me make sure. Otsuka is dedicated to developing breakthrough therapies and contributing to the future of medicine as a company. We are rooted in our core values of creativity, unconventional thinking, and perseverance as we make progress towards our goals. At Otsuka People, we promise As Otsuka people, they got their own identity. As Otsuka people, we promise to walk alongside people and their care partners, strengthening each other as we create solutions and outcomes that matter together. We are honored to devote our... It's all nothing but words. They want to sound so fucking good. So, President and Chief Executive Officer of Otsuka North America Pharmaceutical Business, Tarek Rabah, and Vice President Luis Alessandri. Go fucking figure. Oh, they got a bunch of Hindus and all that. I could just keep going with these motherfuckers, man. Oh, this motherfucker right here, Kevin Henley, JD, Vice President, U.S. Chief Compliance Officer. Go read his fucking bio. Yeah, go ahead, take a screenshot. Go read his fucking bio. So I know. Oh, token. Feel like South Park. Oh, we got a Japanese. Oh, so-called. Oh, there go one of them Gujar. Well, all of them are Gujar. Don't let them fool you with all that shit. You think they got their best interests? Every psychotropic is no good. I don't give a fuck what anybody says. You can't tell me different. Why they parent with the water at a certain time before all this shit come down? Because they know that everybody's gonna comfortable and they have had too many issues drinking this shit. So now they can sneak shit in the water. They're all behind it. They're all part of the NWHO and HIN and all that shit. Y'all don't get it, do you? Just got olive oil on it. That's all. So it tastes like if I was mowing grass, but I love it. I hope you learned something. Oh, am I done? No. So before I read, when I come back, I'm going to tell you, I'm going to talk to my uncle. I got to call him back. But he's not in Clinton Township in Detroit. Not far, but. So at a vaping store, they had propane in certain tanks, nitrous. That stuff's been used in someone, vape. Was stored at a place that wasn't supposed to happen. But y'all see what came out of it? And somebody died, right? This stuff is not, they call it gas chemicals investigated. And the chemicals, when you have certain chemicals and they mix, they become very deadly. So industrial plant fire causes multiple explosions that rocked Detroit suburbs. Explosive fatal fire outside Detroit was at the site used by vape suppliers. Okay? So the vaping suppliers killed one outside Detroit. Sends debris 2 miles away. Sends fucking debris. I'm sorry. I've seen nitrous blow up small amounts and Mopar race cars in Youngstown Raceway Park and a number of other places down in Florida. And when I used to race my 72 Malibu Classic, my lowrider, we would change out and take the hydraulics out. Well, we take the front hydraulics out and dump the back. So it's riding because they had very good springs. And we throw on slicks because I had short positive traction, even though I had lowrider, because I had the one that can dance, boom, 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 boom. I still have it, but it's not here. And I would take it out and race it with this 450. It had a big block motherfucker in it, okay? And I had nitrous. So I would go out there and take it, and I'd hit, to see how fast I can go down the stretch. And I don't do that shit no more because I probably just make me pucker my asshole too much. But, yes, I know I've done a lot of things. You could do a lot of things too other than sitting in the block, going down to get a fucking Sweet Peep or a goddamn Dr. Pepper or some shit. And a sub from, I don't know who runs the bodegas now. But I was fortunate enough. So I'm going to listen to what my uncle has to say. He's 83, 84 years old. Him and John Amos around the same years old, Uncle Gary. And I'll listen to him and a few other people I know in Detroit, quite a few, but I don't need to mention them. And I'll get back at you. I'm not big on fucking media because they're going to explain stuff. And they're all going to sound the same because they're handed a docu or they read a prompt, that teleprompt that's already been put together. You know how you got these little goofy so-called fake liberal motherfuckers standing behind people when they're reading, repeating everything because they know they wrote it. Looking like they're fucking pantomime or something. Excuse me. So other than that, I appreciate y'all taking the time to chime in, sit with me. Like I said, they're hiding. I guess they figured it out because before they used to hijack my thing and there'd be one or two of them idiots sitting there looking. I'm like, that doesn't do no good if everybody else can't come in and see. That's just how stupid they are. So they had to tweak that. Now I think they got it right where they can sit in here and watch while the rest of you watch. That is just how dumb they are. Because they're really trying to figure out anomalies. They don't want to accept anomalies because they think they know all because they're working with things that y'all have never seen. I told you I've been greeted. Now, that's not made up. And I was greeted because I can't explain why. I can't tell you why. I was supposed to be greeted. I was supposed to meet people. I was supposed to pass tests, shit, weird shit. And that's the bottom line. And some people would be like, well, that's like that boxer. I had an idiot say, how could he have a phone recorded? Let me tell you something. If you think that people get held down to watch shit or on drugs, sometimes people think they're held down. It's a drug that makes them believe that. While things are going on because now you're a witness to it. So you're part of it. Even though you don't partake in it. Maybe he did. He doesn't know. But people will share shit to you. Say, remember this motherfucker? But not everybody's the same. He's speaking his mind because he's had enough of it. Y'all, people keep talking about Masons and Illuminati. There's so many groups and things out there. But y'all need to stop fretting about that shit. They made their choice to be the dumbasses they are. Y'all need to stop giving that energy. You need to fucking get it together. Because some of you motherfuckers belong to some of them goofy shits. You know it. Worst mistake you could ever make in your little tiny ass existence. I gave you scenarios. I didn't say you had to buy into them. Some of you still are culpable because you partook in this shit, so you think you're right. Now you're levied and you're stupid. Trust me, you are. I don't want you to believe shit. And you don't have to know what the fuck I know. But I know you're stupid. All right? Yeah, but we have the fish fries and we get the pole girls dancing, and that shows that you're meaningless. You're weak. You're compromised. You don't stand on shit. You're a sucker. You're a punk. You probably like walking around with a rose up under your testicles and a butt plug in your ass. Now some of y'all like that. You know you are. But you're worthless. Can you change? Of course you can. But a lot of you won't. You've given into a deeper desire that has nothing to do with the universal law or love or respect of anything, because you have no respect of self. Even in what they call the face of what could be truth. You ain't seen truth yet. And when it reaches up to grab you, many of y'all been conditioned, because I know all the vines, to believe that that's it. No. That's not it. Remember the fuck that. Anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'm gonna shout y'all out and I'm gonna get the fuck off of here. Got your host a lot, Ganja. What's going on, beloved? It's Herbo. I know I shouted y'all out. I'm gonna go through you again. Snoo, what's up, love? I got you, baby. Trey Regals, what's going on? What's happening, beloved? Lance owned by the British, which is Hollywood, right? Max V, what's happening, beloved? What's going on, fam? You already know. Yes, thieves in the temple again, always, man. Yeah, he be doing it. Yeah, high sizzle, what's going on, beloved? I felt something energetically with a person that I can't. I could. You know what? That's that. You know, I didn't see that because it goes off and on. That's why I have to touch it. No question. Remember, no question is wrong. So you don't have to. You don't have to imply. I know. I watch everything. I don't see a lot of stuff when I'm sitting here. I got to tap on the screen. They'll tell you. When I'm talking, because I know how people think phonetically when something is being expressed. That's the reason why I may have said that. But it's not a direction. It's for every fucking body. Remember that. Don't forget it, because I'll hold you accountable. And they'll tell you, anybody that follows me, I'll be like, didn't I say already? How you forget? It's nothing wrong with reminders. But I'm masculine, so I'm not going to say it all sweet. Now, I've done 3 years of stand-up comedy. I loved it. I could have kept went on, and I just knew where it would take me, and that's why I chose to stop. I felt something energetically with the person. Yeah, that's on you. You can feel that energetic, and that energy should be with everybody. But as far as certain desires with certain individuals, that's all they are. Your eyes, because you're still under condition. Everybody's conditioned. I look at certain things and I want that because it's conditioned. I've had this young female on Facebook say, I don't know where BBLs are ugly, they're retarded. My woman don't have to have no big booty, but I'm a butt man. All of us in our history recorded. Our women were voluptuous. Why are they trying to make Mongols who don't have no asses built like goddamn backyard tackles and like linebackers and fucking cars with no ass? Like there's hundreds of books about the description of the autochthonous or the indigenous woman here, and they got big old booties and And now most people in South America are going, well, we got some African American, we got some African blood. No, you got autochthonous indigenous that's only from the South Africa, which is our bloodline in your bloodline. That's why your women are built the way they are. That's why they look so beautiful and big ass motherfucking tay-tays. And people have a hard time accepting that, but they don't want to accept anything other than how they exist today. No, you're accepted for who you are, but you're a fucking mix of Gujar Arab, which Arabs are half that because of the times between the 2nd and fucking 6th century, to which we ain't that far from, all right, and our bloodlines. There ain't no such thing as white and black. That's who the fuck you are. And because you don't know real history, because you've been misaligned and misled by a lying bastard who keeps lying, made war against your people, and introduced drugs cultivated by way of other Gujars with secret operatives and special forces killing motherfuckers. Now you got people down there hyped up doing the most heinous acts thinking it's normal. There's nothing natural when you got our bloodline in you and you don't even fucking know it. But you want to accept the enemy's narrative, but not those of us who could tell you and guide you in a better direction. So be it. You know what I mean? But yeah, any connection you have to someone, that's a beautiful thing. But remember, it's a condition. Because it's not a bad thing. So never think like that, right? So it's not a bad thing. But if you have a strong connection, we'll see if that person has a connection with you. Because you know what? Sometimes we want to take two magnets who have different polarities and we want to try to bring them together and they keep repelling. So be mindful. Hey, T. Hines, what's going on, Cidanelli? What's happening, beloved? I threw that B word out 20 years ago. That's what's up. That's what's up. I appreciate you all. Trust me. I wonder what the new device which came out in which they pointed at your frontal lobe. If it's infrared, bro, come on. You already know, bro. I'll talk about that later, man. I had nurses saying, don't put that damn thing on your head, Red, because you know the frontal lobe, you know the importance role of it plays, right? Everything they do, they're going to give a speakeasy to convince people because it's all with suit, tie, business. See this t-shirt right here? I buy these t-shirts like this. I got a whole bunch of them. I like them like this. Worn. Holy. It's humbling. You know? But yeah. I remember when I went to the VA, that one went to go. I did one of them damn Jeet Kune Do moves and knocked the thing out of hand. She said, sir, I'm just going to check the temperature of my ass. I want to stick shit up our ass. This is me at the VA. Stick shit up our ass, stick shit in our ears, this, that, and the other. I'm telling you I'm fine. Fuck you need to know for. In case you got, then I'm at the right fucking place if I got something. Let me get up there. If you want me going to ER, I'm not with a fever. I came for a fucking appointment. You ain't going to sit here putting that bullshit, talking about this fake ass shit. And there was a dude, security, he was laughing. I hear you. She's like, Mr. I have an appointment. I didn't set the appointment. Y'all call me in here, but you ain't gonna run this shit over my motherfucking head. You ain't gonna do this and that because these motherfuckers give you procedures. Nigga, I'm the universe. I'm going up there, or you be held accountable for making me miss an appointment, and I'll make sure to write an affidavit to this fucking corporate motherfucking entity. I don't give a fuck. And she let me go through, but there wasn't really that many people behind me because I wasn't having it. I don't know you, bitch. We ain't friends. I shut them down. It's big pharma, big bad pharma. Of course, you know it is. You already know it, brother. That's something good to put in the rhyme, bro. Scott, what's going on, beloved? What's happening? What's good? What's good? 7 grams. What's going on, bro? What's going on? Number love, fam. You already know what's happening, beloved. Yeah, I got your music. I'm playing your music later. You know that I'm running. Something they tried to cut me right on something, but it was something that played that I shouldn't have been playing because I was talking and not paying attention. I went ahead and removed that shit. It wasn't none of y'all's music. I'll go back and listen to it again because I saved the video. I was like, where did that shit come from? But it was when I was talking about something. It was something that kept playing. But anyway, that's another thing. The EPA is a joke. Of course it is. You know it is. For sure, man. Yeah, you goddamn right, we family. But it's more than even saying it. 7G. Ooh. In the rocks bed. Remember, it's 7.83 hertz, all right? Remember? Okay? No. Well, you got to remember, distilled water means it moves everything. But then what do they take and put distilled water in? They put it in something that doesn't have PBA or PBA free. Now, because some bottles say PBA free, it don't mean that they're missing all because there's 3 types of PBAs that are in the fucking plastic water from what I've learned. Maybe y'all can research it and you can find out some more and you can add to it or you can say, no, Red, this is what we learned. Because I don't want to study all this shit. PBA means that, I don't fucking want the nomenclature. But it means they don't have that leaching chemical. Yeah. That's why it's hard. But there's some that are even harder than this. I got my blue ones that are like steel. That means it's a form of plastic in its natural sense without the synthetics and everything else. And the chemicals used to make the plastic pliable like this, which takes away, you know what I'm saying? And then another thing that's a benefit is the fact that sunlight can hit the water. You know, but a dark thing, that means you don't have to worry about mold and stuff, depending on if it's how alkaline and mineral it is. Most people don't know that. So how would you know if it's PBA free? Well, first of all, should you believe them? But what you do is you look for the little PBA free sign. But now you need to ask the companies, well, what PBA, which one is it? What PFAS is actually free of? Because there are 9 out there. Now, is it a consortium of medicines used from the things to distill the what you call it, that makes the little beads that are poured in the heat that are vacuumed and create this? I don't know. You got to find out and ask those things for yourself. There's so much in the processing. Because process like processed food, these things are processed too. So obviously it's no good because they're using it and where they're putting all that crap. See, this is what I'm talking about. Everything is so abnormal. And they tell me because the world's population, which is bullshit. They just want to control everything. You know what I'm saying? Reincarnation? I don't believe in it in the way it's been laid out. I know that's right. Snoo, that's my baby. We don't die, we multiply. That's right. Did I miss answer for my question above? No, I just gave it. You gotta wait for me to come around, bro. You know, I talk and then, I throw it in. You know what I'm saying? I hope it's big pharma, big bad pharma. Of course it is. The new device which came out during the C-19. I told you. You got the answer, beloved. Oh, well, the answer I can give. I already answered it. Yeah, they still utilize them because people are too dumb not to stop them. And nobody wants to research it. I'm going to talk about it later. I'm not going to research it. I'm going to get off of here. I'm over an hour, all right? I'll research that, and I'll give you my findings. You got to remember that even when researching stuff at this time and age, they're a step ahead, maybe 5 or 6. And they're going to lie. They're going to say stuff that's befitting whatever it is that's going on. We've had enough of that shit. You know, their thing is, they first thing they said was, we got people stuck. You know, you have people talking about don't try and log back into Facebook at the time. Man, fuck all that. They already got all your information. They got your pattern signature. They got all that. The fake ass government, all that. Everybody has. They're already looking at your shit. So when I hear people talking like that, I'm sitting there going, oh, we got some old chump motherfucker that's going for views. Or they ignorant, they don't know. You know what I'm saying? Yeah, they still utilize them in certain places. You know, it's a little red light. It takes your temperature because it's ambient. So that red, that thermal, that's what it does. It allows them to be able to read it, but it's not. It's worse than what you can do. The frontal lobes of the brain are also said to be the set personality infrared. So if they lobotomize you, you get what I'm saying? All lasers don't come and just zap and cut everything in half. My green dot, my red dot on my rifles are lasers. They're just not chemical, then it's not powerful. That, as a nurse, it's a laser. Okay? Just because I'm not working, I ain't on the board over here. As a nurse, that's what it is. Like Snooze just said, you don't use that shit on nobody's head. And when I see them putting it on a kid's head, it's a disease. That's sickening. But anyway, I appreciate y'all. I'll go into a little more later, maybe. I really want us to come in and read. And I appreciate y'all. It's nothing but love. My cat stood up, looking out the window. Nothing but love and respect. I'll check the donations Friday, okay? And if we got enough, I'll make sure I order the rest of the... I ain't going to tell you what other books I put in there, goddamn. But we'll order at least the last, I think, 5 or 6 from all the ones that we've been getting and the ones that are coming in. Probably, I'm not going out today, so if anything comes in the post office, it'll be there tomorrow. And the other ones, I don't know. I'm not in a rush. You know what I'm saying? We've got plenty to read, but I like to order just to have because things are about to change. So they knew that this time that it was going to come when everybody going to have to run out and load up on water. That could be your undoing. I'm just saying. Okay? They know what they're doing. All right? Yeah, love you all. Catch y'all here in a few hours.